अष्टम श्रेणी पिलामाने आज आम आलोचना करवा तुमर स्टोरीज पास्ट एंड प्रेजेंट इंग्लिश बहिर लेसन 3 ए वाइज ग्रांड मदर ये चैप्टर जी प्रश्न अच्छी आम तार उत्तर सब आलोचना करवा। तो पिले देख एसजीपी 1 रे दिखाई कम्प्रेhension क्वेश्चन। क्वेश्चन नंबर 1, हु वाज टारो, हु लिव्ड with him? Answer, Taro was a young Japanese farmer. He lived with his grandmother. Number 2, what kind of life did Taro live? Answer, Taro lived his life in peace and happiness. Question number 3, what troubles came to the villagers? Answer, the problem of scarcity of food came to the villagers. Question number 4, who were forced to leave the village? Why? Answer, all the old people above 60 were forced to leave the village because they were strong enough to stay back and work hard. Question number 5, who stayed back in village? Why? Answer, the young people stayed back in the village because they were strong enough to work hard and improve the situation. Question number 6, was the village headman's decision right? Yes, no, the village headman's decision wasn't right. Question number 7, how did the young people feel when they said goodbye to their old parents and grandparents? Answer, the young people felt sad when they said goodbye to their old parents and grandparents. Question number 8, how would you feel if you were the young villagers? Answer, I would feel very sad if I were the young villagers. Tapare question number 9, why did Taro not send his grandma with other old people? Answer, Taro had a deep attachment with his grandma and he could not bear the pain of letting go his grandma, so he did not send his grandma with other old people. Tapre question number 10, what did he do with her? Answer, he took his grandma to an underground room at the back of the courtyard. Tapre SGP 2 comprehension questions. Number 1, what did the warlord want the villagers to do? Answer, the warlord wanted the villagers to answer the 3 riddles put by him correctly, else he would take the half of the land. Number 2, what is the warlord's first riddle? Answer, the first riddle of the warlord was to guess which part of a log was close to the top and which part was closer to the root. Question number 3, what was the grandmother's answer to it? Answer, the grandmother answered by saying that float the log on water. She then told that the part closer to the root will sink but the part close to the top will remain water. Question number 4, what was the second riddle? Answer, the second riddle was to answer how one can make a rope of ashes. Question number 5, what is the right answer? Answer, the grandmother gave the right answer. She told that one should take a strong rope, then salt is poured over it. Then one end of the rope is lightened and it will burn slowly inch by inch, and that what is left at the end is the coil of ashes. Question number 6, what is the third riddle? Answer, the third riddle is that how can one pass the silk thread through a hollow pipe which is crooked and curved. Question number 7, what is the answer? Answer, the grandmother answered by saying that the riddle is easy. Take the thread, tie the leg of an ant to the thread. Put some honey at one end of the pipe and push the ant from the other end. The ant would surely crawl through for the honey at the other end, no matter how crooked or curved the pipe is. This was the answer to the third riddle. Question number 8. When the grandma listened to the riddle, she kept her eyes closed for some time. Why? Answer. The grandma was wise woman and thought for some time by keeping her eyes closed. Question number 9. Will Taro take his grandma to the village headman to answer the world riddles? Answer. Yes, Taro take his grandma to leave the village headman to answer the world riddles. तापरे SGP 3 comprehension question देखो दिया है. Number 1. The village headman was full of shame and repentance. Why? Answer. The village headman regretted his decision of sending all the old people to the mountain, thinking that they were of not use. When Taro's grandmother answered all the riddles right, he felt ashamed. Question number 2. How did he deal with Taro and grandmother? Answer. He thanked Taro and his grandmother and gave them gifts. Number 3. Why did he reward them? Answer. It was because of Taro's grandmother their village was saved, so the headman rewarded them. Question number 4. What did he do with the old people? Answer. The headman ordered all the old people to be brought back with respect to the village. Question number 5. What happened when the old people returned to the village? Answer. When the old people returned to the village, it rained again and all the wells were filled. The days of happiness came back with the return of the old people. तापरे देखो सेशन 4 पोस्ट रीडिंग दिया है. तो पोस्ट रीडिंग रो आंसर जाक करबा. एमसीक्यू दिया है. फर्स्ट देखो चूज द करेक्ट अल्टरनेटिव्स एंड कंप्लीट द सेंटेंस. नंबर 1. Taro lived happily with his father, grandfather, mother, grandmother. करेक्ट आंसर हे जीवो तमरो D, grandmother. Number 2. The village headman ordered the old people to move to the nearby hillside, mountainside, lakeside, roadside. Right answer है जीवो तमरो mountainside. Option C. तापरे number 3. Taro hid his grandmother in dash an old building, a farmhouse, an underground room, a grain store. Correct answer है जीवो तमरो an underground room. Number 4. The dash said 3 riddles for the villagers: warlord, judge, landlord, king. Correct answer है जीवो तमरो warlord. Question number 5. Dash answered all the riddles: a village headman, Taro, the old villagers, Taro's grandmother. Correct answer है जीवो तमरो Taro's grandmother. तापरे number B. Match the SGPs with their main ideas. SGP 1 रे कौन हबो देखो draw out in the village. आउ कोड़ा हबो grandmother was hidden. SGP 2 रे हबो riddles and their answers. तापरे SGP 3 रे हबो peace and happiness return to the life in the village. बुझेला पिला माने एमती करिवो. तापरे नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन को जीवा हमें. ता पूर्व पिला माने चैनल को नुआ आसले चैनल को सब्सक्राइब करनियो. तापरे देखो पिले दिया है सेशन 5 listening. Listen to your teacher reading out the paragraph. Fill in the gaps while listening. तुम टीचर कहिबा और तुम माने लिखिबो. तापरे सरला तापरे सेशन 6 vocabulary. ये रे दिया है read the clues and find the words in the story. Figures in brackets. indicate the paragraph number. Clue दिया है देख a military ruler paragraph 5 रे दिया है words in the text होचे or lord bent and rounded paragraph 8 रे दिया है एडा हबो curved. तापरे a difficult question paragraph 5 रे दिया है riddle. तापरे a period without rain drought एडा paragraph 1 रे दिया है. तापरे overjoyed paragraph 9 रे दिया है एडा हबो thrilled. तापरे a feeling of guilty paragraph 10 रे दिया है remorse. तापरे not easily available paragraph 1 रे दिया है scare. scares होचे हला. तापरे b riddle game देखो riddle game अछि match the riddles with the correct pictures. अच्छा मैच करिवो आई रे दिया है I am a bamboo with 7 eyes कोडा हबो बंशी रे हबो नाही. तापरे डबल रे दिया है at night the king had cows many but in the morning there was not any एडा हबो स्टार रात रे बहुत गुड़ाए देखा जाउछि किंतु दिन रे देखा जाउनी. ट्रिपल आई इन द मॉर्निंग ऑफ लाइफ आई गो ऑन 4 leg. तापरे at midday I go on 2. In the evening I go on 3 legs. Who am I? Tell me true. किए ना मनीष निजे जेतेबेले सानो आमे जेतेबेले सानो थिलु सेतेबेले हम कोन करथिलु चारिटा गोड़े चलथिलु हाथ आ दुटा गोड़. तापरे मिड डे जेतेबेले हमें माने बड़ हेलु युवती बा युवक हेलु सेतेबेले कोन हैला ना दीटा गोड़े चलथिलु. जेतेबेले बुढ़ा हे जिवु सेतेबेले हम तीनटा गोड़े चलबु निजर दीटा गोड़े पाड़ी थिबो हातरे तो एडा हबो बुढ़ा सहितला. तापर आईवी आई एम किक्ड राइट एंड लेफ्ट एयर इज माय फूड टेल हु आई एम इफ यू आर गुड कौन हबो फुटबॉल हैला. तापर भी आई एम योर रूम आई एम इन योर रूम यू सिट ऑन मी इफ यू कट माय हेड आई एम ऑन योर हेड. If you then cut my head, I am everywhere. कौन हबो चेयर बुझेला. तापरे नंबर सी रे दिया जी सेशन 7 राइटिंग. Write answers to the following questions. I. Why did the crops fail? Answer. Once there was no rainfall, ponds and wells dried up. A drought came, it dried the fields and well, so the crops became scarce. Double I. Why did the village headman send all the old people out of the village? Answer. The problem of drought made the headman and the villagers feel worried about their situation. The headman took the decision of sending the people over 60 years to the mountainside as they were not strong enough to do any productive work. Number triple I. Why were the young people not sent out? Answer. The young people were productive. They were strong enough to work hard and improve the situation. Therefore, Ivy. What did Taro do with her grandmother? Answer. Taro had deep attachment with his grandmother and did not want to her go, so he decided to hide her underground room. Tapre V. What did the warlord and the villagers to do? Answer. The warlord asked the villagers to answer the 3 riddles correctly, else their half land would be taken by him. Tapre number V. VI. What was the warlord's first riddle? Answer. The first riddle of the warlord was to guess which part of a log was close to the top and which part was closer to the root. Tapre VAA. What was the grandmother's answer to it? Answer. The grandmother answered by saying that float the log on water. She then told that the part closer to the root will sink, but the part close to the top will remain on water. Tapre VIII. What was his second riddle? Answer. His second riddle was to answer how can how one can make a rope of buses. IX. What was its answer? Answer. The second riddle's answer was one should take a strong rope, then salt is poured all over it. Then one end of the rope is lightened and it will burn slowly inch by inch, and that what is left and the end is the wheels of buses. Tapre number X 10. What was his third riddle? Answer. The third riddle was that how can one pass the silk thread through a hollow pipe which is crooked and curved? Tapre XI. What was his right answer? Answer. Take the thread, tie the leg of ant and to the thread, put some honey and one end of the pipe up, push the ant from the other end. The ant would surely crawl through for the honey and at the other end, no matter how crooked or cropped. The pipe is this was the answer to the third riddle. Number XII. How did the village headman feel when he knew about the grandmother's role? Answer. The headman felt guilty of considering the words were not used. When he got to know that the riddle were answered by Taro grandmother, he felt ashamed. He rewarded Taro and his grandmother with gifts. Tapre question XIII. What did he do for Taro and his grandmother? Answer. The headman was happy that because of Taro's grandmother, their village was saved from such big danger. The headman rewarded Taro and his grandmother with gifts. Tapre XIV. Question number XIV. What happened after the world people returned? Answer. When the world people returned, the village prospered again. The village bloomed into its beauty. World people led their happy and comfortable life. It remained and all the wells were filled. पिलामाने चैनल को नुआ आसथिले चैनल को सब्सक्राइब करो, लाइक करो, शेयर करो. थैंक्स फॉर वाचिंग.